Hey divas!
I'm Pythia.
It's moi, Suki Doll.
And this is Slap or Scrap. We'll be reviewing the looks from Canada's Drag Race Season 3 and deciding...
Does it slap or is it a scrap?
Oh! First up, we're gonna do a quick lightning round of the Queen's entrance looks. So let's begin with Lady Boom Boom.
Lady Boom Boom. Slap.
Slap.
Bombae. Slap.
Slap.
Giselle Lullaby. Slap.
Slap. Kimmy Couture. Slap.
Soft slap. Vivian Vanderpuss. Obsessed. Slap.
Slap. Big slap. Jada Shada Hudson. Slap.
Slap, party girl. Halal Bae. Slap.
Slap. Miss Fiercelicious. Slap.
Slap, baby. Kaos. Slap, slap.
Slap. Chelazon Larue. Scrap.
Scrap. Irma Gerd. Slap.
Slap.
Miss Moço. Scrap.
Scrap.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
As you know, I love meeting new people and traveling, which is why learning a new language would be super beneficial for myself. This video is sponsored by Babbel, where you can learn a new language as soon as 3 weeks. Learning a new language is the perfect way to improve yourself in 2022. Babbel teaches real-world practical conversations for travel, businesses, relationships, and more. Their lessons are 10 minutes of interactive sessions that gets the job done. Sí. Hola. So before the pandemic, I had a show in Mexico, and I wished I knew some Spanish so I could get around easier. But after using Babbel for just a few weeks, I can say phrases now like, Hola, me llamo Yuhua, me gusta Drag Race y trabajo en bootleg opinions. The lessons from Babbel are designed by real teachers, not algorithms or artificial intelligence. So what are you waiting for? Sashay away to the link in the description and get yourself 65% off with Babbel. Plus, there's a 20-day money-back guarantee, so there's nothing to lose.
That's awesome! Now we can learn a new language. So moving on to the main stage, the category is Sidewalk to Catwalk. First up, we have Lady Boom Boom, our hometown queen. What did you think of this look?
Oh my god, Lady Boom Boom obsessed, and you can see she knows her couture. Yes. She knows how to structure, because we're designers and we can tell the technicalities of things. And honestly, the structure gave back to us, it's amazing. Of course, I did want her to have a little bit more from her first look on her garment, but it is good.
I agree with you. I love the structure of the garment. I think it's very high fashion. It's very couture. I love how she transformed the juicy couture into a corset. It's very unexpected, but also a purse. Overall, I think it's a very gorgeous look. For me, Lady Boom Boom gets a slap.
Boom Boom, I'll slap it.
Oh.
Up next, we have Irma Gerd. Irma Gerd, what did you think about it?
I love Irma as a queen and a person. I think she's super iconic. I feel like I'm a little confused by this garment. It's a little frumpy, a little droopy. I don't see much of a fit to it. Maybe I'm uneducated, but I'm not sure what it's referential to. But maybe some sort of Scottish Highland moment.
So she went from Maritimes to Scotland or Maritime. The plaid, and if I'm not wrong, the plaid is where she got all that plaid. It's a brand new outfit, so I'm not sure about that. And I love Irma. She's so creative and so fun and campy. But for me, this one is a scrap.
I believe it's a scrap for me as well. Up next, we have Bombae. Oh my god. This is high fashion heaven, and I am absolutely obsessed. I was shocked not to see her in the top 3.
I was like, what in the rigamoris is this? She should have been in top 3. So are you saying somebody shouldn't have been in the top 3?
Maybe we'll get to that later. Keep watching. I love it. I love the references, the high fashion references. We've seen a lot of like puffer jacket reintroduced in a high fashion moment in the past. But I feel like this is a very unique take on her, and I think yellow looks gorgeous on her. I think it's the most creative use of the previous garment into a new one.
Yeah.
It's super unique and it suits her really well. So I really, really like it.
Yeah, and to that point, what I love about her is like, you can tell a person is creative or not when they take a garment and completely flips it. And literally, she literally flipped it inside out and made a new garment that you don't expect from, but you still recognize the elements from the first outfit. I mean, the structure is amazing, it's fun to loop hoof, and it's holding. I mean, the technicality of it is great. I am loving it. How about you?
Exactly the same. I love it. I do believe her makeup could use a bit of work, maybe raise the hairline a little bit, but details. We're just critiquing the garments today, and for me, it is a slap.
It is a slap for me. Miss Fiercelicious, my dear sister, what do you think about that runway?
Okay, I'm a little confused. I kind of love it. I don't understand why she was in the bottom personally. I feel like this was a safe garment for me personally.
Yeah, true.
I love the drapery. I love the moment on the bottom of her skirt.
Yeah.
It's very couture actually. I'm confused a little bit about the little prolapsed buttholes that are just on each side of her body. I think it's like a little distracting to the eye, especially since she's using two contrasting colors like blue and red. I feel like a smart idea would have been for her to use the white fabric that she was wearing underneath and rolling it up in little strips and making flowers out of it or something and degrading it all over the bodies. But honestly, to me, it's not scrap worthy. So I'm not sure. I'm on the fence of it. I think it suits her. I think she made something presentable.
Yeah. Look at you, designing concept. You said let's redesign the whole thing and say still it's good. How dare you judge her in her prolapse after Pride? It's been a tough time, ladies. But for me, I love that Fierce knows her body type. You know what I mean? It's great that you know your body type. She made it very well fitted. Of course, you could finish it a little bit better. And the prolapse is a little bit disturbing, but it's not a scrap for me. I would still slap it.
For me, it's a slap as well. Up next, we have Chelazon Larue. What did you think?
Chelazon, this outfit was better, certainly, than the first one. And I can see the details from under. It's very minimal. The cut is interesting to like show the sides, you know. Usually you would want to have like darker cut on the side so it like slims you down or like you change the body shape, like visually it gives you an illusion. But this one was safe. It's a safe bet.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I feel like she kind of kept the concept of like the corset showing of the first one into the new one as well, introducing the cutouts on the side of the bodies. I feel like it's a very flattering shape on her. She looked gorgeous. Her makeup was stunning. Her hair was absolutely beautiful. And around, around, find out. I think I might. But yeah, for me, I think she looked beautiful that night, and I really loved the transformation from the first one to the last one. So to me, judging from this transformation, I think it's a slap for sure.
It is a slap for me too. Oh, up next, Miss Jada Shada Hudson, y'all. The party girl.
Indeed.
What do you think?
I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but to me the garment was a little ill-fitting.
Okay.
I feel like around the sleeves it was a little droopy, a little saggy. I feel like the construction was just kind of like basic. What confused me about the garment is her placement in the competition. I was confused why she was in the top 3. Not to take that away from her, she's amazing and she's super like hardworking and she totally deserved it. It's just a little confusing to me seeing the construction level of other garments before her. You know, I feel like it was just like a tube dress with the sleeves cut out and some things glued onto it. She looked absolutely beautiful. I love the pattern, I love the collar on her, I love the little like hat, the little French Alexander McQueen circle, dome hat in a way. But yeah, how about you? What do you think?
Honestly, Jada, I am surprised at what she pulled out from this one because, you know, I know her personally and it's a great, you know, pull of it and she deserves to be like, it is a strong look for her.
Exactly.
For sure that I believe Bombae does have a stronger look, so I expected her to be on the top and Jada deserves to be like one of the strongest look in this one. And the construction, you're right. Like if you look at construction wise, and we do look at that side as designers, and it is a little bit weaker, this fitting, it is a little bit more ill. But the overall, you know, she didn't place it properly and it did not look, you know, she didn't have threads hanging, she didn't have hem. So, I mean, it is a slap for me, certainly. But top 3?
Controversial opinions. Ooh.
Controversial.
I have to agree with you. She was super beautiful. She said she felt very beautiful, and she really looked it. Yes. It's a very beautiful color palette and pattern for her. So for me, for sure, it's a slap as well. Up next, we have Kaos. Ooh. Okay. Plaid galore in this season, huh? Her and Irma.
Oh my god.
They look like they're from the same fashion line. I love to see it.
You know what I hate though? Every time people see plaid, they say Vivian And I cannot stand that. It's not the concept, bitch. It is supposed to be deconstructed and all that, but anyways, we'll skip that part.
Yeah, it is a big turn off for me when people see plaid and associate it with Vivian Westwood. Not everything that's plaid has to be Vivian Westwood,
Absolutely
but
not.
and this is definitely not it. Not saying that it's a bad look. So let's get into this one. Okay, so she took a lot of the plaid from her previous outfit, and with all the ruffles, she kind of got lucky because she had a lot of material to work with.
Yeah.
And I do love the way that she took this direction. She must have covered the batting or cardboard pieces with all the leftover plaid, and I think it's a very smart construction. It was very well fitted to her. I love the spiky element, taking something so full and couture and making it a little more artsy and extravagant and avant-garde. Her makeup is so beautiful and unique. I can't stop staring at her every time she's on the stage. So yeah, I really like this look. I feel like we've seen this silhouette a lot with like Aquaria, Crystal Versace, a few more that are skipping my mind right now, but if the wheel's not broken, there's no need to fix it, I guess, for some people. So it works and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it is a safe silhouette and we've seen it before, but the construction, it was done properly and it held. Nothing was falling on the runway, and we've seen this too many times.
Yes.
So, I mean, construction-wise, doing it, and the silhouette of it.
Shape-wise, silhouette, perfect.
It was complementary to her body shape, and it's just perfect. Honestly, I find this was a great look.
I agree.
Yeah.
She definitely deserved to be in the top for this one.
Slap, slap, slap.
Slap, slap, slap.
My dear sister Kimmy, this outfit, you tell me what you think.
I don't know. I think she's such a beautiful queen. If we're going to look at this outfit though, I may have to be a little harsh because I feel like it is just pieces of fabric just glued onto a shape. Maybe like, I feel like she may have used like a corset and just like overlaid fabric patterns on it with a black panty showing, and it just kind of like threw me off a little bit. I hate to see so much nude leg as well. I feel like maybe she could have carried on and made like a fake leg cover or like a boot cover with some like something to match her arms and everything, just so the transition is more cohesive. But it just feels kind of like a stuck-on bodysuit with nothing else all around it, and I feel like the headpiece kind of looked last minute for me.
Yeah, you know my issue with this is what? I am fine with a safe silhouette and something that, you know, we've seen before because, you know, design is not for everybody.
Of course.
You know. But the thing is, when you design something that's safe, you need to make sure that you have elements that at least pops out. And in this one, since you're choosing a black color, it's amazing. But when you go on a runway that's that big and it's swallowing you up, and also you need to have something that pops out in the detailing of it. So for me, if you want a little bit bigger or you put more details like in lengthwise, you have to play with the dimension or the width of it.
And the texture of black, because black can become very one-dimensional on stage.
And the worst part, you did put a lot of details.
Yes.
But you cannot tell.
You cannot tell.
So it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So this one for me is a scrap.
I'm gonna have to scrap it as well. Up next, we have Miss Moço.
Yes. So
I feel like that says it all. Okay, let's look into this look. So we have a lot of green, pinks, very in style right now, very chromatica. We get it, gorgeous,
on trend.
Unfortunately for me, it looks like an alien's foreskin.
Wow, what porn has she been watching? I need to watch the same things. My reference was not there, girl. Okay, for me, Miss Moço, she's gorgeous, she's fun, you know, she's like entertainer. And the first runway, you can see she strut the runway. She's, you know, she's a catwalk girl. But this one, she can tell she f***ed up, and she knows she f***ed up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, walking on it, she didn't have the confidence, and also it was so ill-fitted. There's so many things wrong with this garment, so I will not call it a garment. This piece is a little bit more, you know, floppy, and there was no underwear also. I mean, there's many things I'm finding, you know, distracting, and there was many things to go around. The way the placement of the color blocking was also a bit wrong. Not wrong, because I mean, fashion is like for everyone, do what you want, but in this case, like, it was not flattering in any case.
And if we look at her outfit beforehand, stunning, beautiful, fashion ready, fashion forward. I feel like the purpose of this runway was to elevate something and make it fashion, and I feel like she kind of downgraded personally. It's a little ill-fitting around the arms, the sleeves, the ruching is bad. The pink, the gradient, it just doesn't work for me. So I think
we have to stop.
We have to stop.
I mean, we have to stop putting in more comments. I mean, we're destroying her life here.
No,
we love
Miss
her.
Moço, you're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I think there was just some bad design choices made, which is normal.
Yeah.
This is just an opinion.
Yes.
But I feel like for tonight, I will have to scrap this.
Yes. So I'm also on the same page. We're scrapping with all the love.
All the love.
So we have next Halal Bae. Halal Bae, we love her. By the way, we're crazy about it. But what is this runway telling you?
I don't think personally that I got raccoon out of it. I'm not sure about you. It was a little confusing to me, the concept raccoon dominatrix. I was like, oh, I never thought I would see those concepts together ever. And I mean, why not? You know, fashion and art is about trying things and experimenting. But I don't know, for me it's a little confusing. If we're looking at the silhouette, design-wise talking, I feel like there's so much happening on the top here, on the shoulders, and I feel like it's swallowing her up and cutting her neck off. It seems like she has no neck shape, and it feels like her head is just kind of like trapped in there. And she kind of seemed really uncomfortable to move in it. So if we're talking about construction-wise, it was very uncomfortable to watch for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand 100% like on the end of like construction and like how it was not really like complementary to like her height also, because she looked very tiny, and I get where she's trying to do like raccoon, but it was very literal. It's like black and white. If you want to go raccoon, there's like other ways to do out of the box, and she is out of the box. That's why I was surprised.
We love her.
But there's many elements that she was saying. She's doing Gautier, she's doing the dominatrix, she's doing the raccoon, and all of it blended together. It's very hard. I mean, like, if I gave you that challenge, you'd be like. But in this case, I do see a little element, like, you know, the Gautier, like, you know, the quilted breastplate part of it.
Yes.
But I mean, it's a far-fetched to put all these together, and it's like it's hard as a concept. It didn't have a continuous story for me.
Yes, and that's exactly something we spoke about in the last episode as well. It's like, if you don't understand the story that's being told, then I feel like you have failed the assignment in a way, because you shouldn't have to explain your concept story to be understood. So yeah, for me overall, the shape was a little confusing, too many references, we kind of got lost in the storytelling. Separate elements together would have been beautiful, but I think there was just too much, and it was too confusing for me. Yeah, so I would have to say,
no, but if you remove the leg part, it would have been, you know, gorgeous, because it's distracting
the
to
Madonna cone boob, a bit of like the hood with the latex coming down over it. I feel like it would all work together. I feel like just removing a few of the elements would have really helped her out.
100%.
But for what we are seeing right now on the runway, I would have to give it a scrap.
For me too, it's a scrap.
Up next, we have Vivian Vanderpuss.
Oh my god, Vivian, she's funny, and you can tell she does have storyline. And this way that she turned out her outfit, it's funny. Honestly, it's a safe silhouette again. Of course, the only thing, if I have to talk about it, is I wish she rouged a little bit more the neck, because it did give me a little bit of floppiness. But the rest, it fitted her well. The contrast to the inside of the skirt as the lining is perfect. It was cute. The detail, if you look closely, she did like, you know, little smoke with a dog collar. Like,
that was so smart. Yes, I love how she like used the green of her outfit to create the smoke in her cigarette, and I also love how she used the green to line the mermaid skirt with it as well. It's very smart choices, very small, like we said, safe silhouette, but honestly, on Drag Race, you don't have that much time to think about creating a full garment, right? So safe silhouettes are perfectly fine, but it's all these little details that help you carry it through and bring it to life. And I love the lining, I love the story, I know exactly who Vivian is, and I know exactly what story she's telling every time she's on stage. And I feel like it's a very campy take on the classic femme fatale, with, you know, her cats, and she lures men into dangerous activities, and you know,
nocturnal activities.
So, I don't know, for me it's very beautiful. How about you?
I honestly, I'm giving this a 100%.
Slap for me as well.
Our last queen, my sister from Montreal, Giselle Lullaby. So,
Cool.
what do you think?
I love this sort of like futurism, and I feel like green is kind of making a comeback right now. I love to see it. Michelle Visage must be shaking in her boots, but I love to see it personally. Yeah, I love the textures going on in this. I mean, it's kind of like mod, neo-futuristic, 60s, sort of like, I don't want to say Judy Jetson, it's so overused, but you get what I'm trying to say with this. Honestly, yeah, it's not a bad garment. I think she's very talented in the way that she constructs things, and she has sort of like an eye for design as well.
She does.
I love the lame, the shine, I love the texture, I love the wrap. I feel like it's really flattering on her.
Yeah, not only is flattering, but I like it much better than her first piece.
First one, yes.
Yeah, so that for me is the evolution we look for, and we did need to see. Because like I was like, how she can like uniform this one? The fabric is like, you know, very repetitive. Like it's very like in your face, so it's hard to make it different. So she did make it different, and it was better. So for me, the assignment was there. So for me, Giselle,
everything was there for me, so it's a slap.
well placed, sis.
Thank you so much for watching again, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Slap or Scrap. We'll be back again next week with Eve 6000 and Suki Doll.
Bye.
Bye.